The first technique we're going to talk about is our pin technique. We use our pin technique in our punt return game. The first thing we look for in our pin technique is our stance. We have 3 different stances we use during pin technique, but predominantly work out of a 2-point stance. Our 2-point speed stance, we have to have great demeanor. We always want to sell pressure. We always want to look like we're coming after the block, even if we aren't. All right, we talk about we want to have our foot back to our responsibility. What we mean by that is if I'm on a 3 technique or outside shade on that guard and I have to hold him up from getting down the field in the punt return game, then I want my inside foot closest to him back. That way I can step to my responsibility. The other point we make is we want our spine angle to the block point at all times. Okay, so we want to set our spine on an angle to the block point, which we talk about as 3 yards in front of the punter. The next thing we look for is great knee bend. We want to have great knee bend with forward lean. We want to have our shoulder pads down and our hands in an attack position ready to strike. Okay, the last point we make is always, as a defensive line coach, same thing, special teams coordinator, we want to have our eyes on that football. We want to have great get off in our punt return pin technique. If we work out of a 2-point power stance, that would be more like your press man corner. We use that when we get a split out, wide out, in their punt team. And then last but not least, we use a 3-point stance. We don't use that often, but we do use it occasionally. That is when we are complete all-out pressure for the most part.